Most of us think of them simply as annoying insects, but in certain places around the world, mosquitoes are synonymous with death. These tiny bugs are the vectors that transmit malaria to millions of people in many third world countries. But now researchers here in the United States are using some weird but very real science to try and get this killer disease under control. Here's more.
Of all the blood-sucking insect pests which plague mankind, the mosquito is among the most pernicious.
Their blood-sucking bite may be small, but the worldwide mortality rate mosquitoes contribute to is enormous.
If you think about the statistics, it's about one child every 30 seconds, averaged over a year, that dies of malaria.
This endemic disease, transmitted by malaria-carrying mosquitoes, is part of life and death in places like Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. Researchers at the University of California, Irvine are trying to correct this calamity by building a better bug.
We've actually been able to build mosquitoes in the laboratory that are resistant to malaria parasites or dengue viruses.
Anthony James is one of the lead researchers on the study. For the last 5 years, he and his colleagues have worked to create a synthetic gene that can block transmission of the malaria-causing parasites from mosquitoes to humans. The insects are injected with the gene in the laboratory and then introduced into the wild population where nature takes its course.
The strategy is to have a genetic phenomena that when that mosquito mates with one of the wild ones, that the genes are spread into the wild populations.
In controlled laboratory studies, researchers say mating has been successful and the impact quick.
It's an indirect way of doing it, but if you think about it, from one female, for example, you get 300 progeny. So, that's an investment in the next generation. Generation times are about 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
James says if a high enough concentration of the gene-altered insects is introduced into a wild population, it would only take 5 to 7 years to see a dramatic drop in the deadly disease and quite possibly an eventual eradication as well.
When you think health, think IRU.